some news to share with y'all. On the last video, you heard me talk about the shift. Well, I want to explain some of what I was talking about. Okay, and I'm just gonna read off the paper, and then you can comment, send videos back, and I'll probably elaborate a little bit on what I'm talking about, and you can just share with me what you think about it. We must begin to change, starting with ourselves. Change will only happen by force or by will. It is better to flow with the current of a raging river than to fight against it. We are directly connected to the geomagnetic fields of the earth that links all creation. So with the earth's changes and the changes in creation itself, we must realize that change is imminent. And all this that I'm talking about right now, this came to me when I woke up from a dream. Actually, I wasn't even dreaming. I was dreaming. I didn't remember my dream. I was just in the deep sleep. And what happens now, that my consciousness has become more conscious, or I've become more aware. I get downloads of information. I just write it down. I keep a pen and a pad right beside my bed. As soon as I wake up, I just write it all down. Then I go and research and get confirmation, through references and stuff like that to let me know, to confirm with myself that it's true. So anyway, we are directly connected to the geomagnetic fields of the earth that links all creation. So with earth changes and changes in creation itself, we must realize that change is imminent. It's imminent. It's going to happen no matter what. We must realize that change is imminent. We are currently affecting our reality collectively with our thoughts and the negative energy that we hold in our minds and our actions. The direct negative thoughts that we're having in our mind from what we're seeing on TV, what we're hearing on the radio, what we're reading in the newspapers, all the reality shows, and all this other crap that you look at, you listen to. Well, it's affecting your life, and it's affecting the planet. And if you want to look that up, you can look and check and see. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. You, me, plants, walls, chairs, life. Everything is energy. Yeah, the matrix. Yeah. We hold in our minds. Our thoughts and the negative energy that we hold in our minds. They affect everything that happens in our life. So the chaos that we are witnessing at the present time, we are creating. So all the chaos, everything that's taking place is negative. We're creating that, and we do have help. It's called mass marketing and promotions through mass media, internet, television, radio. Yeah, those resources, they're helping to induce or inflict, these negative thoughts into your life, into your mind, into your eyes, into your ears, therefore coming out of your mouth, producing the results of chaos and negativity, all kind of stuff. Everything that's negative, it's happening because of what we're thinking. Some of you might wanna, blame it on somebody else, and not take responsibility for what we are doing. But you must control your thoughts, because if not, they're on autopilot. So if somebody else is controlling them through some other source. Listen now. I'm only sharing this information. It's not for argument. I'm only sharing this information. And some may call it my perception. But I'm not in this to, get into some type of debate, argument over who's right or wrong. I'm sharing information that is informative and educational that can be life-changing. It's all up to you. It's your choice. So, everything that is has a cycle that continues and repeats itself until interrupted. Interruption comes with change, which ultimately changes the cycle and starts anew. Now, based on the interruption, it will cause the cycle or new cycles to adopt its nature, therefore producing a different result. You take a drop of water, matter of fact, take a rock, throw it in the water, and creates a ripple. It ripples. The ripple will widen itself and expand until it's interrupted by something else. Say it hits a tree branch or a log. Well, that ripple or that vibration comes back then. Until it reaches another interruption, even if it comes to the center where it pretty much starts anew. So that kind of gives you an idea of how even our thoughts create. Our thoughts send out this ripple, if you will, or this energy into creation or into consciousness, this reality. Therefore, um, if we think of something and we're thinking positive, we're thinking positive, and somebody says something negative, and then we start thinking negative, well, that vibration comes back to us, therefore ushering in whatever the water may bring in, just like the water on the beach, as it brings the sand in, from the wave, same thing with our lives. Our ripple, or our thoughts that creates this ripple in the universe, will bring back that which we think about. Hopefully that makes sense. So if I kind of didn't really explain that properly or better, I mean, they'll get better at the time. Just I'm explaining it as best of my ability, trying to give you some type of examples that'll be relative to you. And this is for somebody because that's what I'm receiving right now. This is for somebody. Somebody needs to hear this. All right. Because we are all connected, our state of consciousness determines our reality. So it is vitally important to change our thoughts and think positive at all costs. How? We must focus on our hearts. Come out of our minds, do away with all negativity, and think positive. Treat one another with love and respect, and always show gratitude. We must choose the path of love, wisdom, and compassion because it is necessary if we wish to change the outcome of some of the worst prophecies known to man that are geared to take place. They're due to take place. They're happening right now. We're in the shift. So whatever you think is happening. I mean, as soon as you think it, happening. Think it, happening. Thinking it, happening. Thoughts producing reactions. Instantaneous reactions. We have to let go of unsustainable ways of life or ways of thinking because of the changes that are currently taking place, with the changes that we must change and adopt a new way of being, or the way that God, our Creator, has divinely and directly, or is directly quickening us to do. We have to change our thinking. We have to change the way we think. Our thoughts produce and create our reality. It brings it into the manifestation of this reality, this physical world. Your thoughts create people, and if you have reached beyond thinking and creating, okay, then that means that you are now walking in the creator, on the creator level. So you don't even think about creating, you just create. You walk in it, and you are aware, But some of us haven't got to that point yet. So I'm talking to the people that haven't got there to that point yet, where they just create. They're just in creation. They are creation. They are part of creation. They're not flowing that way yet. They're trying to get there. But the ones who are listening right now, that there's something that's happening in your life. You're hearing something. You're feeling something. You're starting to be able to read people's minds. You're starting to be able to hear people's thoughts. You're also starting to be able to see past, present, and future events take place. You're also being able to speak things and it happen. Instantaneous almost. You're also able to, think of somebody's name or think of somebody you know or care about or love, and then they call you. This is not a coincidence. And the synchronicities that you're having, seeing certain numbers over and over and over again. You may see a number pop up on your alarm clock. You look on your phone, it's the same number. You look at, the car's license plate that passes by, it's the same number. You driving, you look at the side of the truck, it's the same number. You look on the billboard, it's the same number. These are not just coincidental synchronicities. Trust me. But we'll get more into that later. Stay tuned, keep it locked. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'm going to read this last thing. We must all come together in collective thought in order to change or begin a new cycle so that we can change our present direction, which ultimately will lead to destruction. But it has to start with us. We have to make a choice to change our thoughts. Take control of your life, people. Take control of your mind.